So hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video on camera edition. Let's go ahead and cue that theme song. Chioma Chat. Chioma Chat. Chioma Chat. Chioma Chat. Chioma Chat. Say Chioma Chat. Chioma Chat. Chioma Chat. Say Chioma Chat. Chioma Chat. Say Chioma Chat. Chioma Chat. Say grab a snack and bring it back. Hey, Chioma Chat. Chioma Chat. Say get it. Come on. Whoa. And it's Chioma Chat. Welcome back to another Chioma Chats video. I hope you all are doing great today, tonight, wherever you are, whatever time it is, it's Chioma time, okay? So by the title, y'all already know we're gonna be talking about an Instagram influencer and Instagram influencer brands and this ongoing conversation about whether or not they're basically a scam, okay? Now, I don't like to throw the word scam around just lightly because when you see the same patterns happening with influencer after influencer after influencer, it starts to feel like that though. And most recently, Tracy has been at the center of that conversation, especially with her launch this summer. So I've broken this video down into 3 main talking points. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So starting off with point number 1, the pattern of influencer brands. Now, let me be real with y'all. I was not super familiar with Tracy before all of this. I know she's been around online for a while. She's a fashion influencer and a beauty influencer, and she's mostly known in the urban beauty space. I knew that much. I personally mainly know her for dating Christian Combs, who is the son of Sean P. Diddy Combs. But she also has her own brand called Body by Tracy. And honestly, I can't even hate on her branding. When I went to her page, I saw that she does use models of different sizes, different complexions, different hairstyles. Her line is basically focused on bodysuits, loungewear, and athleisure pieces, which makes sense because that's what is trendy right now, okay? Can't be mad at that. You can never go wrong with a matching set, a bodysuit, or a workout look that's both comfy and cute, right? Now, adding in rapper Latto, when I first saw the green bodysuit that said body on the booty back, I actually thought it was Latto's line for some reason. I don't know, but it turns out it was a collaboration with Tracy. Latto does have a song that she dropped over the summer called Somebody. I really need somebody. Tell me you're somebody, something like that, right? And being that Raven has since had this brand called Body by Raven, it just made sense, okay? Somebody, body, I'm here for that. The collab works because Latto has influence, of course. Her song, her body looks great. She's got a fan base of women who want to buy her image. So, of course, the piece is sold. I saw them all over the internet this summer. But if you can only wear something once or twice before the material gives out, what are you really paying for? You're paying for the hype, not the product. So the issue that brought her up recently to me is that I saw a video on Instagram basically showing the logo peeling off of one of Raven's bodysuits. And listen, that caught my attention not because I want to drag her specifically, but because we've seen this story so many times before. Instagram influencer brands get mass produced, they cut corners on quality, and the customers end up with something that looks amazing on Instagram, right? On TikTok, that's where I saw the video, but doesn't hold up in real life. And yes, Raven is wrong for that.
Raven, we got a problem. Why is this already peeling? Why is the body part already peeling? I've only worn it twice. Like, what the freak? Step to the front. Step to the front. Raven, we got a problem. Why is this already peeling? Update, I have not received a response from the TikTok video or even the Instagram DM that I sent with photos as well. So yeah, no response.
If you're running a fashion brand, even if it's fast fashion, that's not wrong to run fast fashion, but you should still be doing quality checks before sending things out. But I don't want to just point the finger at Raven. I think it's bigger than Raven. It's about the influencer fashion space as a whole and how consumers keep feeding into it. This is not new though, okay? We've seen it with Jayda, aka Jayda Wayda or Jayda Moore. She's been called out for see-through material, poor sizing options, especially for taller women, even the outrageous outrageous prices and the products not matching what was advertised online. Same with plenty of other influencer brands, from the Kardashians all the way down to the smaller names. And a lot of these people are stealing from smaller creators, but that's a whole different video. However, what's true is that a lot of these influencers do take from other people and are very unoriginal. I honestly think a lot of them pick designs that are already out there and then remake them through their Asian-based vendors and warehouses just to repackage it and sell it for a marked up price that is a lot of times way higher than what it's worth. I mean, we had Kylie Jenner be called out for her swim line being super cheap and not what was advertised, and we never heard about it again. If you notice, Kylie never ever decided to relaunch or make a new version to her swim line because of the deep backlash that she got the last time. I also feel like Kylie Jenner is scrambling for an industry to stick in, hence why we've been bombarded with a lot of different products and lines from her, but we're not talking about that. So Jayda posted that she's going to be launching a new swim collection, and specifically this bikini that has this 3D flower design and looks like some ruffling or this woven pattern on the top and bottom. And honestly, it's cute. I would actually wear that. And if it was just her original idea, I think I would consider buying it. However, when she made a post about this, a friend of the original designer decided to expose Jayda with the following tweets. The friend says, "It's a shame that my friend worked so hard for business for years just for Wayda to steal her whole-ish design after she was paid to wear and post my friend's bikini. Weirdo flex." She continues and says, "My friend was making these swimsuits by hand while in nursing school. It never gave dummy or rapper baby mama. You know our swim, been having motion." This is what Jayda posted today talking about production for Wayda Men. Girl, really weird as hell. And as I can see here, this is literally the exact design from the original designer. It's been in production. You can even say they had a prototype and then a final version comparing one of Jayda's friends and then the one that Jayda is wearing in this picture. So to be honest, it's a direct reflection of somebody else's creative idea. Continuing on, she says, "After seeing that post, I went to her page today and she still has the pickup wearing my friend's bikini, but she removed the business page tag." So a lot of people chimed in, but people were just saying things like, it's so often that influencers do this, and it's very true. I mean, most of the stuff that we see with these bigger entities, whether they're influencers or full-blown companies, are direct ripoffs of independent fashion designers. Between Fashion Nova and Shein, they've been called out so many times for ripping off other people's work. And I also recall how many times the Kardashians have been called out for the same thing. I mean, that family is notorious for not having original ideas and taking designs that are exactly the same as creatives and then launching them to their bigger audiences for profit. So the formula is basically the exact same. Number one, get trendy designs. Number two, find a vendor that is overseas, usually in China, usually the cheapest option. Number three, slap a logo on it. And then number four, mark it up way higher than what it's worth. Number five, sell it to followers who want to look like an it girl. And I'm not all the way mad at that, but at least have good quality. That's my thing. Everybody wants to make a profit in business. You want to make money. I can't be mad at somebody for that, but you have to have good quality. And you also have to have good customer service and care about your customers. And listen, most of these influencers aren't fashion designers, okay? We know that, right? They're business women, yes, but their businesses are built on aesthetics and clout, not long-term quality. So y'all, my boyfriend and I actually spent the first year of our relationship long distance. And if you've ever been in that situation, you already know how tricky it can be, like trying to stay connected, making time for each other, and also finding ways to keep things fun. That's when we came across this app called Paired. And I can honestly say it's been such a big help for us. What I really like about it is that it's not a dating app. It's made specifically for couples who are already together and want to keep building their bonds. So Paired gives you daily conversation starters, fun quizzes, and little activities that make it easy to check in with each other every single day. I cannot tell y'all how many times that we have laughed at each other's answers or how a random quiz question turned into a really meaningful conversation that we wouldn't have had otherwise. One of my favorite parts is definitely the games and quizzes, and they're actually research backed. So while it feels very fun and very playful, you're also learning things that genuinely strengthen your relationship. And honestly, unlocking each other's answers feels like a mini date night right from your phone. There's also this timeline feature that I also really love. It keeps track of milestones and memories, and you can add in future goals too, because we are dating for marriage. So if you're looking for a way to bring more connection, fun, and even a little bit of structure into your relationship, I would definitely recommend giving Paired a try. You can start with a 7-day free trial, and there's 25% off Paired Premium with my link below. For us, it's been such a game changer. Even on the busiest days, it gives us a reason to pause, check in, and laugh together and love one another. I think you'll really love it too. And of course, a big thank you to Paired for partnering with me on this video. Moving on to point number 2, the pop-up shop chaos. So I kind of saw this, but I didn't realize it was her. And while I was researching for this video, I came across something that definitely stood out to me when I saw it on TikTok. So apparently, Body by Raven had a pop-up shop in New York, and a lot of people went to TikTok afterwards to complain about the experience. From what I saw, women and even young girls were promised ice cream and pizza and this fun vibe, but instead they ended up standing outside for 3 to 4 hours before they were even let into the shop before Raven showed up. If you promised me ice cream and pizza, although I will be on the toilet the next day, I want it today, okay? Raven, I can see into the future that this is not going to go well. So this was the first video that I saw on TikTok. So Body by Raven had this pop-up shop in New York. And like I said, honestly, a lot of people were clearly not happy. They were left standing outside for hours. Someone said 3-4 hours just waiting. And the crowd eventually got so frustrated that when the doors opened, people bum rushed inside. No line, no order, just chaos. And that moment kind of sums up the event from what I saw. Instead of excitement, it left people feeling disrespected and overlooked. People said that they had line numbers, but that was not the case as well, because they were skipping people in line. If you're gonna host a pop-up, you have to deliver, okay? Not leave your supporters out in the heat, hungry and ready to riot. That's what I see here. And then in this clip, when she finally got there, apparently she's now throwing I Heart New York t-shirts out at the crowd, which is so crazy because you can literally get an I Heart New York t-shirt from not just in New York, pretty much anywhere in the United States that's considered a tourist city. So the fact that that was the free merch that people got is kind of crazy, y'all. Like, it's giving spare change, ma'am. Like, people need to have a little bit more integrity for themselves. I get it. You want to support people, but I don't know. I just want to be respected if I'm going to support you. Maybe she didn't mean it that way, but that's how it comes off.
Yeah, I've been here at Body by Raven, pop-up shop in NYC. Look at this. Yeah, I've been here since like 9 o'clock this morning. They don't know what the hell is going on. I just met a friend. These niggas are so unprofessional. Literally, Raven, get your shit together. I don't know what's going on right now. It's like probably like 300 females and a couple of niggas here, and it's like ridiculous. They're talking about shutting it down, and this is the first pop-up shop in NYC. Exactly, they just told us that it's sold out, and they didn't even start the pop-up shop. I don't know what's going on, and it's just because all it is too chaotic. I will come back next time. I can't do it today.
We got people passing out right now. The lines are still packed. There was just a fight 2 seconds ago.
I was scrolling and I seen this whole Body by Raven thing in New York City. I guess they had a pop-up shop or whatever. And I'm not too fond or hip onto, brands, all these new brands. But I'm going to tell you this. But if a brand has you supporting a woman who is known for dating people who are potential rapists, right? That meaning that they hurt women, right? Meaning you're going against your own best interests right now. But if a brand got you in the middle of New York City in hot ass weather, fighting and passing out just for a pop-up shop, reevaluate your life. Talking about something, they got ice cream and pizza but no security. Is that what your life is really worth? Even got grown men out there acting a fool. You're not saying that you cannot purchase brands or anything like that, but if it got you out there risking your life, it's not worth it. No brand on planet Earth is worth it. This is the same thing for the people who be out here robbing, boosting, and scamming for a pair of sneakers. Stop it. These brands got you guys so dense in the brain that you are not thinking about anything else, and they could care less about you.
Okay, so pop-up shops and meet and greets in the city. I've been to one. I don't think I'll go to another. I think the purpose of that is not to actually get the merch or meet the artist. I think it's a publicity stunt on the brand or on the artist, just to show people how much they can make things shake in the city. Because everybody's going to go out there. They're going to post footage about people going crazy, about there being crowds, about people running and dragging and screaming and scratching, trying to get the merch or trying to meet the artist. Because there's no reason why a concept like a pop-up shop and a meet and greet should cause that much chaos if you actually intentionally plan to have it happen and have people actually get the merch or meet you as an artist. Because what do you mean it starts at 3 p.m. and I got there at 7 a.m. and I left empty-handed? I was the first person in line. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean it starts at 3 p.m. but at 4:30 you're out driving around in the city knowing that you said that this started at 3 p.m. You can decide what time you want it to start. I definitely think people get tricked by going to these things and thinking that they're going to get the merch or then they're going to meet the artist, but it's really just it's just a vibe. It's just the aesthetics. They want to show how many people is going to be out and about and showing love and going crazy for these artists. And, you know, on the other side, I can't be that mad because that's what you would want to do as a person with a brand or an artist. You know what I mean? Just show how much people want to come out, how popular you are, how much power you have. So, yeah, I've been tricked once, and that's all I needed to know, that I ain't gonna get tricked again.
So, to me, that just goes to show that there's a lack of care that some influencers have for their supporters, and a lot of them do have this superiority complex. And let me just say this, though. I will never forgive some of my subscribers. I'm gonna be real. I will never forgive some of y'all for being mad at me for charging $40 for a meet and greet, because that meet and greet was going to include a hot meal, okay, not just pizza and ice cream, a hot meal, music, and free tickets to the after party. Yet people try to humble me, okay, and make it seem like I shouldn't charge for putting on an event. Like, what do y'all think this is? Oh, it's a hard economy, it's this, that, and the third, but somehow y'all are still paying for weed every weekend. Or I clocked you, somehow you're still buying a bottle every Friday. Oh, I clocked you, somehow you're still buying designer clothes that you really can't afford. Oh, I clocked you. Oh, okay, please do not do that. Meanwhile, people are out here willingly dropping $170, that's how much her sets cost, on a thin 2-piece set and waiting hours for an influencer who didn't even deliver on what was promised at her own event. And she has all this money. She's dating Christian Combs, who is Diddy's son. And maybe, yes, they lost a lot of money, the Combs family, but they're still rich. Make it make sense. It honestly made me second guess myself back then, to the point where I almost never wanted to do another event for YouTube. I was like, nope, if people aren't going to support, I'm cool. But fast forward to today, okay? Little shameless plug. I am having an event in Atlanta, and guess what? It's free, okay? I'll be hosting my very first club hosting event here in Atlanta on Saturday, October 25th at an AfroBeats lounge called Faji Lounge, okay? And I'll be announcing details within the next few weeks. It is free, so nobody better be complaining, okay? Come and have a good time. I just want to pack the event out and have a good time. All of my cousins are coming, my siblings, my models, my pageant sisters. Y'all better show up for me in Atlanta, okay? Y'all are complaining about money. Y'all like to turn up and go out in Atlanta, so I hope to see y'all, but details coming soon. And yes, I'll also have future events that are ticketed, but let me just make this clear. I think you have to look at someone's reputation and see if it speaks for itself. If I say something is going to be provided, it will be there. It will be on time, the vibe will be right, and the quality will match what you paid for, because some people, including myself, take pride in the experiences that I create. And I think that's really the difference. It's not even to compare myself directly to Raven, but I think people need to start recognizing which influencers and social media stars actually pour into their communities versus the ones who are only here for the aesthetic. Lovely T here on YouTube is a perfect example. Every single time she hosts an event, I'll watch her live streams and people are raving about the food, the ambiance, the atmosphere, the thoughtfulness. Folks are literally flying across the country to go to her events because they know it's worth it. That is what it looks like when you care about the people supporting you. But the reality is, because so many consumers are chasing the aesthetic, they keep getting disappointed. They will drag influencers online, but then line back up for the next launch or the next pop-up while overlooking the creators who actually provide quality. And honestly, it's very backwards, because if we don't support the people doing the right things and the right way, the people cutting corners will always win. So moving on to my third and final point, which is consumers and accountability. And here's where I gotta turn the mirror back onto the consumers, okay? Y'all didn't think that I was just gonna blame this girl. No, I gotta blame y'all. Because honestly, we've seen this happen so many times. Like, at what point do people stop being shocked when the quality isn't there? These influencers have shown us over and over and over that they care about profit first. They'll keep their production costs as low as possible and maximize their margins, which is what business is supposed to be, but that should not be the only thing you're focused on. Meanwhile, consumers are so eager to keep up with the trends, to fit in, to look like their favorite influencer, that they'll spend money on pieces that they know probably aren't going to last. And then when the logo peels off or the shipping takes 12 weeks, the same cycle of outrage happens. I'm tired of listening to y'all complain, honestly, because what did you expect? If you buy into the hype instead of substance, this is literally the risk. And that's the core of this conversation. A lot of these influencer brands are not built on a passion for fashion, okay? They're built on a passion for profits. They don't care about longevity. They care about drops and launches and dates. The business model is drop something cute, sell it out, collect the money, reinvest just enough to do it again, different font, different color, maybe a different collab, but the same cycle. And consumers keep buying into it because they want to belong to that lifestyle. So when I see women online complaining about orders taking months or logos peeling, I feel for them, but I also want to say, you already knew what time it was, okay? And at some point, we have to acknowledge that outrage doesn't equal change. You can talk to these people until they're blue in the face. It's just gonna fuel the next drop, honestly. These influencers aren't losing sales because of the backlash. No, they're actually gaining. They're often gaining more attention. And that's the sad part, that controversy can become free marketing for them. And really, it just creates more buzz, more reposts, and ironically, more customers who just wanna see for themselves, but you're curious self. Did you know that curiosity killed the cat? What y'all doing? So, while consumers are going to drag these brands online, their friends are still checking out the website, still clicking add to cart. It definitely becomes a cycle where I believe consumers' disappointment is built into the business model to a certain degree. Like, if people buy knowing that they're only going to wear it once or twice, the brand doesn't even have to worry about longevity, right? They only need to worry about getting you excited for the next launch, not the quality of the last one. And many consumers willingly play into that game because guess what? Looking trendy right now outweighs thinking long term. It's also tied to social media culture itself when you think about it. Being seen in the latest fit, having that body hugging bodysuit that everyone's wearing, snapping a picture for TikTok or Instagram, that is the real product, okay? Not the garment, but the image that it creates. Once you understand that, you start to realize why quality isn't the priority for these brands at all. Their customers aren't buying clothes, they're buying validation. So when we talk about who's really at fault, I do have to argue it's not just the influencers. I'm sorry. It's a marketplace that rewards hype over quality and consumers who continue to fuel that demand. And again, until people start putting their money where their values are, the cycle will never change. And maybe the real question we should all be asking is, do we want fashion that lasts or just the illusion of it? So just my closing thoughts to wrap this up. Again, no shade to Raven Tracy specifically because she's just the latest example here. But influencer brands overall have a reputation, and to be honest, they've earned it. If you buy from them, know what you're getting into. Don't expect no premium quality or timeless fashion. No, okay? Expect hype-driven, short-term pieces that might look cute on TikTok, but they're not gonna last. As consumers, we have to be a lot smarter, especially for those of y'all that like to complain about, oh, in this economy, how you gonna do this? In this economy, the way how consumers act, you would think the economy is not that bad, okay? So be smarter about where we're gonna put our money. Support brands that care about quality, that care about customer experience, okay? Not just the image, because at the end of the day, if we keep buying into the scam or the scammy side of influencer culture, we really cannot be surprised when we keep getting scammed. So that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please let me know your commentary on my commentary down below. What do you think? What do you know? Let me know. If you're looking for a way to bring more connection, fun, and even a little bit of structure into your relationship, I would definitely recommend giving Paired a try. You can start with a 7-day free trial, and there's 25% off Paired Premium with my link below. I think you'll really love it too. And of course, a big thank you to Paired for partnering with me on this video. If y'all haven't already, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.
Queen QC, yeah, she is risen. Presents is a gift, so I come with the ribbon. Internet told me stop rapping, I ain't listen to him. No, I really got more bars in the prison system, right? Yeah, one beef, step into the kitchen. Murder flows, you could suspect, I am not the victim. Beat Queen D's on that bitch like we with the Pistons. Red cherry, red bottoms, I know how to pick 'em. Always got a secret plan, I don't do the fighting. Shorty is a secret fan, yeah, she ghost riding. Brown skin beauty with a booty, showtime. Go off on a tangent, I don't need a cosign. 12 baddies limited, I cheap about a dozen. Hot girl straight up out the microwave oven. Gotta bring a chicken man before you get to stuffing. In this beat going crazy, snapping on percussion. Chioma at the top, I'm the #1 prospect. Beat from Lakia when she slid on Cosmic. Told him come here, boo, I'm trying to make your jaw stiff. I got no pics, but I wanna see your pockets. Big glossy lips, trying them out like a faucet. Speak chickenese, so I put them in a cockpit. Cooking in the studio, call me Betty Crockett. Gingerbread baby running fast like Sonic. It's commendable, was a ceremony, but now it's a festival. New money now, so you gotta move a decimal. Presidential suite, and it's looking all congressional. I'm so delectable, pull your queen card, cause mine is a collectible. Better mind your business and stay off my genitals. Probably make them high, cause my body's like an edible. Wait, let me stop, cause I'm trying to be professional. Damn. I know that's what y'all said when you heard that verse. Y'all was like, damn.